I'm Rachel from Sanaset Fleet, and we're here at the Miramar Air Show. This is James, my colleague, and he's built the L2D2 dual charging unit here. James, do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, this is a portable vehicle charging unit that has two level 2 19 kilowatt chargers on it. It also has two 50 amp outputs so that you can also plug in the chargers that come with the cars. So you could effectively be charging 4 at a time. Plugs in with cam locks to either a generator or an electric generator. And we use it to make temporary infrastructure to charge vehicles.
How would I, power this if I'm a customer?
Typically, you can use shore power, you can use an electric generator, you can use renewable diesel generators, but it plugs in with cam locks. It's 240 volt, single phase, and to run everything at once, you would need about 320 amps available. That's to use all the outlets and the chargers, but that can obviously be scaled down for each application.
So what happens if I only have 60 amps available on my wall breaker?
Well, we can always adjust the chargers to any amperage level that you want, from 20 to 300 amps. And we can also change that remotely. So if you're plugged into a building one day and you're plugged into a generator the next day, we can change the amperage on the fly. And it can be done immediately anywhere. The other key features is the plugs at the bottom. They're 20 amp plugs, but they're all individually breakered. So you have 20 amps available on each outlet. So that when you're charging multiple items, that is a huge advantage.
So what locations, could clients set this up at?
I mean, virtually you can put it anywhere. It's rated for rain and cold and heat, so it can be left out in a parking lot for days on end and effectively make a kind of a semi-permanent EV charging station. So yeah, it's good everywhere.
So I know, one thing that I know that we've run into as a company is we have clients that might be leasing a space, right? Do you want to talk about the benefits of how mobile that this system is? If I'm in a space today, but then my lease is up in a year, there's the benefit of moving it. Is that something that you've seen? Well,
yeah, I mean, infrastructure is always a big problem in California, especially for charging, because it requires a huge amount of amperage. Not just people that are moving buildings, but locations change, and sometimes you need a charger on the other side of the lot. So putting in infrastructure is usually impractical. So this thing can be set up, anywhere, and it can be taken down and moved anywhere. So that's a huge advantage to it.
What if I'm a private company, right, and I want to charge people for charging their vehicle here? Is that something that I could do with this?
Yeah, I mean, there's two things we can do. Even if you don't want to charge, we can give you RFID cards so that only certain people can charge vehicles. We can also set up paywall systems so that if you do want to charge the general public to use it, they can also use an app to scan and pay for their charging.
So if I was a client and I had any technical questions or issues, what would I do?
You just call us up and we'll take care of it. We can usually fix the problem remotely or walk you through it, or we can make the changes we need to make remotely, but if needed, we'll come on site and fix it for you.
Well, thank you, James, for taking the time to talk to me about the L2D2 unit. I think it's a really awesome unit, and thank you everyone as well for watching.